I want to get your reaction to the Biden news and also the reaction that we're seeing from the markets this morning. Futures actually in the green, the Nasdaq up 0.5%.
Yeah, so I've been saying for a long time, as you know, that I thought that markets were really getting way ahead of the politics. There has been a consensus for some time that Trump was almost an inevitable winner in the race, and we still have over 100 days to go. And democracies bring surprises. So surprise, surprise. Biden's going to join the short list of one-term presidents, and we're now seeing a lot more energy injected into this race, and the money is rolling in for Kamala Harris.
All right, certainly no short of surprises when it comes to this campaign, especially in recent days. But I wanted to actually turn to what a Harris administration might be. Let's say, hypothetically, if she were elected, how should investors view this? Do you see Harris as maybe being surprising when it comes to policy? Would she be, in your mind, significantly different than President Biden would have been if he were reelected?
I think we have to allow for a kind of evolution of views. The market hasn't thought about Harris as a candidate. Certainly in my, anecdotal conversations with institutional investors, there's a strong sense that the United States wouldn't elect a black woman for president. And we also have seen in the reaction to Barack Obama as president as well. Harris is a different character. She hasn't been a state governor. She doesn't have Joe Biden's foreign policy experience. But I think that's getting too much in the weeds, right? I think that Harris is running as the alternative to Trump, the anti-Trump, as it were. And if she's able to mobilize the kind of various, disenfranchised, politically homeless constituencies that didn't want to vote for either Biden or Trump, then she has the potential to shape the outcome. But I see this as a continuity play, really, in terms of U.S. foreign policy trends more broadly over the last several decades.
You know, one of the reasons that top Democrats were pressuring President Biden to end his campaign is they were worried about the down ticket implications. Goldman out with a note actually on this yesterday. I want to read part of it to you. They say the odds of Democrats winning the House and the Senate were little changed. This is obviously following Biden's announcement. They go on to say the implied odds of a Republican sweep decreased by around 4 percentage points to 41%, but this remains the most likely outcome by a significant margin. Do you agree with that take? Have we now?
No, well, that's what the current numbers tell us if nothing changes between now and November 5th. So that's how you read the polls. The polls are a snapshot of current public opinion. Likewise, the prediction markets,
let's bottom line it though, Tina. If you're an investor, if this is the most likely scenario, a Republican sweep, do you need to shift your portfolio right now? What moves in your mind should you be making?
I think that it's far too soon to be talking about this in terms of base case and tail risks. We're going to see what the polls look like in the next 2 weeks. The market can react overnight, and you see the flight to safe haven assets. You see some changes in tech stocks and in the U.S. dollar. That's on the basis of the so-called Trump trades. We don't know what Kamala Harris trades look like yet. So this is a time to wait and see. The VP pick is also going to be a key indicator, even though it usually isn't. It seems highly likely it'll be a white Midwestern male helping to carry some of those battleground states, or maybe Mark Kelly from the state of Arizona, the former NASA astronaut and naval pilot.